Good morning, everybody, again, and welcome to the AIC BIMTech family. Because for the next 3 months, you're going to be part of this family, as we call it here. We are going to be taking you through this journey from where you have your ideas to creating successful ventures. But then remember, just like in a family, you will be made to do your own homework also. So be ready for that and make sure that, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Seems like some of the things. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
thanks. With online sessions, you can't be sure whether you're actually talking to yourself only or you're talking to everybody. Right. So yeah, so continuing on with that. So there will be, during this journey that you have with us in the 3 months, we are going to try and polish you in such a way that by the end of this 3 months, you have at least your business plan ready and you are ready to tackle the challenges that you have. Make sure that you're able to take your product into the world and really sell it. Okay, some of you are in the ideation stage, so you will be creating a prototype, a working prototype which can be taken to the market. So all the things which are required for you to really work on that, that is what you'll be doing in this 3 months with us. But also remember that when you're working with us, we'll make sure that you also work. So if you're here to really grow, fine. Otherwise, right in the beginning itself, I'm going to suggest don't waste time. If you're not going to be serious, this course is not for you because we will expect certain things from you, and Abhinav will be explaining the metrics that we'll be expecting from you every month. We'll be sitting with you, mapping your journey, helping you through all the challenges. But like I said, it's a two-way process. And I don't know whether Vedant has given this information to you or not, but these 20 people that we have here have been selected from an application base of nearly 160 plus. So there is a reason why you are here. Some of you might have good ideas, but some of you might need some tweaking in your ideas. So we have selected people for both their commitment, the people themselves, and the idea. What we want is to bring in that, to bring those two things together, the idea and the person, and create those synergies and make sure that you reach up to a certain level by the end of the 3 months that you're there with us. But it's not going to be the end at 3 months, because we are going to be there with you for the next 5 years. So when you when we were taken about this program, Vedant might have explained that we are going to be tracking you for the next 5 years. So at each step of your journey, we are going to be there. We are going to be your support systems. So 3 months is like total grilling, but then after those 3 months also, some of you might join in the next level, which is the Gurukul, and even when we go into the funding level, which is our Udan program. So at each level, some of you might be with us, but some of you might also be dropped out because if you feel that you have not really reached up to your potential or you have not fulfilled your metrics. So, as I said in the beginning, like a family, we are going to be there for you with all the support systems, but we are also going to make sure that you drive you. Just like your elder brothers and sisters push you to fulfill your potential, your parents push you to fulfill your potential. So, similarly, all of us are going to be there. So, welcome again, and I'll let Abhinav and Anil take over because Abhinav, Anil, Vedant, and in some levels Nikesh, these are the 4 people who are going to be your complete, what do you call, 4 pillars when you're doing this program. So I'm the roof, these guys are the 4 pillars of the house. Right? Yeah, so, and reach out anytime that you feel like. So,
Roof.
pardon? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. So over to you, Abhinav, now.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. My name is Abhinav, and I take care of the marketing aspect of the incubator. I think I have talked to many of you over the duration of last week. Most of the things have already been covered by Vedant and ma'am. I would like you to understand one very fundamental thing, that we have picked up 21 incubatees for this particular cohort. Obviously, we are planning to drop some of you out. Who would that be? Completely depends on your participation. So this is something, let's put it out very clearly, up in a very upfront manner, before the start of the cohort. What we are looking at is sincerity. There is a possibility that some of you might find whatever is being delivered through this cohort not what you were expecting initially. It's completely understandable, but then let's be honest with each other and let's not waste each other's time. So in case if you feel like, you are in a space where whatever is being delivered to you, or whatever, methodology is being followed is something up not your alley, and you might feel like doing things your way in a different manner, we completely respect that, and we completely respect your time and ours. So, I mean, no hard feelings there. But in case if you are trying, if you're striving to be a part of this cohort for the entire 3 months, then you have to stick to the matrix. You have to be constantly in touch. You have to be answerable to things which are being delivered to you. Let's not take it in a I'll say light manner, just because there is nothing at stake in terms of a monetary engagement as far as the program is concerned, because we take the program very seriously, as it is going to be a long lasting relationship for over the period of, I mean, even a year, depending on how the next programs take place. So our idea is to take you through this journey so that we can work with you together in the future. That is why this program specifically. Many of you, I think you would have realized that you are at a stage which is comparatively, I'll say, advanced as far as the scope of this program is concerned in terms of deliverables. The only reason why these people have been brought in, or these startups have been brought in, because somewhere down the line, even after going through the program in detail, what each of us has realized, that there might be some deliverables which can be taken from both of us. So for example, there are startups who already have a business plan, who are already in the market, but still they are a part of this program. It's not because of any other reason, but because they feel that certain aspects of their business, or of their venture, is something they would still like to get a better grasp on, and that is why they have agreed to be a part of this program. So it's a very good opportunity to look around and learn from each other. As entrepreneurs, we are very focused on what we are creating, what we are doing, and rarely we get a chance to work closely and see what other people are doing. And uh, for reasons more than one, these silos usually limit us. So what I would suggest you is to leverage the WhatsApp group or this cohort which has been created, and talk to each other. Try to understand what each of you has been doing. Try to understand where your expertise lie, and work as a cohesive group rather than as individual startups. Because that is something which is definitely going to help in the longer run, because you have your own set of experiences, and then we have 20 other set of experiences at your disposal. If you are not taking a leverage of it, you are the one who are going to lose on. So what I'll do is, right now, I'll take you through the journey of AIC BIMTech in a very short presentation. We don't want to make it monotonous, and then maybe we can, come back and let the platform open from some of the questions. Before starting the program, if you have any queries, any clarifications you need, then let's open the platform for the same, and let's engage in that dialogue. So I'll share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So as you can see, these are some of the images of the incubator. We would love to have you guys here at least for one session. And let's see if pandemic allows us to do so. But I mean, this is the space where usually the startups come and live together and work together. This is our second cohort, virtual cohort, as many of you would know. Prior to that, all the programs were more or less, physical programs. We also provide co-living space to the incubators. It's not just about co-working. Startup also live from the facility and work together. So it's that kind of a structured program. This, I think, would be something of interest to you guys. So programs, as you can see, are three, which is Coach, Gurukul, and Udan. You're the first stage, which is Coach, for the ideation stage startups generally. We have incubated 63 startups till now over a period of, I'll say, 2.5 years. So we started our operations since January 2018. And we, to specify ourselves or to identify, if put our identification out there, we'll say that we are a sector agnostic business incubator. So the main problems which we pick in terms of supporting are the startups or are the ideas which need help or guidance where as far as their business component is concerned, more or less in comparison to, let's say, product or service, side of it. So through these 63 incubators, we have been successfully created 276 jobs. Right now, the number of present incubators does not include you. After including you guys, it will boost. But prior to you guys, we have 26 current startups whom we are working with on a regular basis. 9 of these startups have raised funds. 26 mentor are on board with us at any given time for your for your communication and for your assistance. Then we have these 9 startups have raised 3.84 cr INR amount, and this capital has been raised through various different resource avenues. They are institutional investors, they are angel investors, some have been raised by debt funds for operational costs, some in grant, but then total amount has been this. 21 startups have successfully graduated from individual programs, and 14 is the recognitions which they have received over different platforms. 8.25 CR, I think this number is something which you might have come up prior to this, and let me explain it to you in a bit of detail. So as you know that we portray ourselves and we try to position ourselves to be a sector agnostic incubator with business centric approach. Now the idea is that many of the startups, the kind of early support they need in terms of IT infra or any other support component for their venture is something which is being covered under this umbrella. So 8.25 CR, when I say, these are the benefits which has been provided to our incubators or extended towards our incubators by our partners. So let's say DigitalOcean comes in and gives you free credits for your cloud space, and etc. etc. I mean, this is just one example. Apart from that, Message 91 comes in and gives you subscription of using their SMS gateway free for a duration of 6 months. Apart from that, we have SolidWorks, which gives you a license of their prototyping software for a year. So it's a very wide bunch of things. We have AlphaCard by F6S, which has a lot of software or automation of your processes, again in terms of free credits and extended trials. So this is the kind of support which is being extended to you guys through the partner benefits. Idea of the main pain point, I think, for any venture is to where to find the capital or where to get the capital for initial sustenance of the venture. So this is the idea of kind of helping you lighten the burden a bit. These are some of the success stories. I think I won't be going through each one of them. I'll just pick
Success stories.
Dr. Prashant, are you saying something?
By mistaken, sir. Sorry.
Okay, no issues. So the success stories are, I mean, if you can see the first one, so Biomise received a grant, 25 lakhs from HDFC. Then Truck Suvidha, one of the 9 startups which you mentioned who have raised funds, they raised 1.25 CR from GAIL, and also received BML Munjal Award. We also partner with the PwC and create social entrepreneurs each year. We run a cohort of SSC with them, so that is different from the numbers which we shared earlier. They don't include in our normal incubators, so that's an additional number. Apart from that, we also provide support to the state governments in managing their incubators and supporting them. So we conducted a incubator management training program for Startup Odisha. We also do a lot of open challenges for startups to participate in and to give them a proper platform which they can leverage. So under that, we conducted the BK Birla Global Innovation Challenge earlier this year. The prize money was 10 lakhs, and we received applications from all over the country and also from some neighboring countries. Apart from that, we are also right now in the process of conducting another challenge, which is a Global Impact Innovation Challenge 2020. This time the prize amount is 35 lakhs for the cash amount. We are focusing on 4 SDGs. So any of you, if you feel like you are, aligned to it, you can participate. We don't restrict our incubators to participate in the events which are being hosted by us. So Vedant, if you can just, share the details with them just in case if you feel like participating. Then Akash, who's the founder of Energy and Innovation. I am very glad to listen that one of our incubators this time is 19 years old, because earlier it was only Akash. So Akash was our youngest. Now we have another one in the mix. Akash basically came in with no idea, and now he's an Ashoka Young change maker. He is, I'll say, the most PR driven startup which we have had till date. So you can find a lot of literature about him on the internet, and he's been doing good. Apart from that, Unico is there in sustainability space, who have been creating gift products basically completely out of sustainable ways, mostly driven towards, I'll say, stationery.
Abhinav, can I
Uh,
interrupt?
yes, ma'am, sure.
Why don't you tell how the whole business model was pivoted here? Because that will give a
Akash,
better understanding
I
of how the
I
things went.
suddenly realized that I think we should have brought in one or two of our early startups, and I think we'll do it in the next cohort just to pick their brains about like their way through the entire program. But yeah, so Akash is a very, I'll say, interesting idea, and many of you will relate, and many of you will understand how we pick and why we pick. When Akash came, his idea was of a high tech stick. This was a stick which has already been recognized by a lot of government agencies, have received a lot of awards, uh, and also have been mentioned in the paper. So the idea was of a self power generating stick for elderly, and then he came to us with that product, and we said that this is not going to work as a business model. It might be a good innovation, but as a business, this is something which is not going to work. He was, I'll not say heartbroken, but he was enthusiastic enough to say that irrespective of the fact that the idea is not going to work, he would still want to be a part of the program and see if he can come up with something else over the duration of the program. And that he did. So we sat together, we tried to assess what other things he can possibly do, what other interests does he have, and that is how the company which he's running right now was born, which is Energy and Innovation. To give you a glimpse of what he actually does, is that he collects temple waste from different temples all over Delhi NCR, which is mostly incense stick ash. He collects them in his bins, and then he collaborates with the jail authorities, gives I'll say opportunities to the inmates to create statues out of them and sells it. So he is tackling two problems at the same time. He is trying to give I'll say proper waste management system to the temples, which is a very huge issue. And then at the same time, he's trying to kind of empower the inmates, under trial inmates. So that is what he has been doing till now, and I'll say successfully.
So the connections to both the jail inmates as well as the tweaking of the idea was done at Atal Innovation Center, and his mentor is one of our professors. So he has been in the area of waste management for more than a decade, and he has won awards. So this professor, once Akash decided that he wanted to work in the space of waste management, he was put in touch with this professor who became his mentor, and then through another mentor in our own institute, we were able to connect him to the jail authorities. So it was a win-win situation for both the inmates as well as for Akash, because he was able to get the production done, and quite a bit of the creative stuff which was there was done in the jails. So the inmates also learned a new skill, and Akash was also able to get his production done at pretty nominal rates. So besides what you see here, there's a lot of other work which the AIC does. So we work with the village people, we work with the jail inmates, as just said now, and there are other things wherein a lot of synergies can be created. So our thing is not just for the commercial impact, but we also look at how we can create social impact. So both the things are what we have in our mind. Yeah. So continue.
Yes, ma'am. So basically, as any, I mean, organization out there, even we need support, even we need guidance, and that is why the advisor panels is in place. So these are our advisors, not I'll say incubatees advisors. These are the people who support us, and at times, are there to support you also. The mentors which we have on board are divided broadly into three specific segments, which are the alumni mentors who are a part and parcel of our host institute BIMTech, and apart from that, then we have the BIMTech faculty, which specializes in, I'll say, management issues or organizational issues. These are the people who have driven businesses, who have been in the position of CEOs and CFOs for a long time, and now they have retired. Now they want to give back to the society and are in the education field, and then also supporting us in kind of encouraging and supporting you guys. So yes, they are your probable mentors. And then we have industry experts. So we have around, I think, 60 plus partnerships across the corporates and the academic institutes in the country. These partners also support us in terms of giving you benefits and also kind of providing mentorship to you guys, and depending on which sector they belong to and if there is an affinity with you guys. It's not a forced mentorship. The agenda, how we drive the agenda is we introduce you if we feel that there is an affinity, and then you guys sit down, discuss things together, and if you guys mutually consent that yes, you feel like the other person is going to add value, then you can take the mentor-mentee relationship forward. AIC BIMTech will not directly engage or directly kind of handhold you over through the process, because then it's a relationship which will be fostered by you two mutually. We will be there to see whether an impact is being created or a value is being added, so that nobody gets diverted, or if we can keep our eye on the ball. But other than that, the relationship will be driven by the incubatee and by the mentor themselves. These are some of the, so now I haven't put, you won't see all the mentors in there, but just the glimpse of some of them. And to get all the mentors detail, you can obviously check the website. So these are some of the faculty and the alumni mentors. The mentor ma'am was talking about in case of Akash was Professor KR Chari. Then these are some of the industry mentors. And then these are the partnerships which we have put in place for you guys. So investment partnerships are basically, I'll say, opportunities which you will be able to avail in case if the fund thesis which these people work towards is something aligned as per to what you have been doing. So yes, we have investment partnerships with us. Give funds have been a very active, I'll say, support, because in terms of operational capital raising, but then they do only impact based startups, so not for the commercial startups. So in case if any of you would like to have this operational revenue part, or sorry, operational capital part of thing to be figured out, I think we can discuss with Give funds. Then these are our market access partnerships around different demographies. Yeah. Some of the community partnerships, again, for the support and for the benefits, and some more. And these are the initiative partnerships which we drive for driving different agendas. So for example, with, as I mentioned, with PwC SSC, we have been creating new social entrepreneurs. With the Startup India, we have been conducting startup yatras, so visiting each and every different state and trying to find entrepreneurs from that particular locality. So different drives. Some photos of the SSC cohort by the PwC. This is again our own space in case you feel like being missing out. These are some of the academic partnerships. So we also do a lot of I'll say local ecosystem activation programs. We try to collaborate with a lot of technical universities and colleges, so that the entrepreneurs in making can be provided the guidance which they require. So this is what we have been doing, at least at the Greater Noida level. We are trying to kind of put it out there more. And this is again something of a slide for you guys. So this is the kind of the benefits which are being provided. You don't have to note it down just in case, because how to access these is something which will be shared by Vedant and Anil sir at a later stage, you all will receive a proper docket regarding how to access any of these things. So in case if you, in case Anil sir and Vedant don't do it, you can put it in the group, right? You'll get the details regarding the same. Some of the events which I have been conducting and for the activation. Some more people who have been visiting the incubator. This is pre-COVID. We haven't been breaking any norms. So yes. So we are done more or less. These are just images, but I mean you'll get the idea of the kind of activation we have been doing. And thank you. So we are open to any of the questions regarding the framing of the program, regarding what the journey is going to look like, regarding how interaction needs to be there from your end, from our end. In case any question is there out there, any specific question is out there, or anything, I mean, please feel free. See, the idea is that we try to keep the communication as open as possible. We are reachable at any point of time, even at night, though we won't prefer it, but yes, we are there in case you need the support. I'll try to divide the kind of support you can see from each one of us. So I can provide support to you in case if you need to discuss marketing, in case if you need to discuss branding, need to discuss pitch deck. So anything in that particular alignment which has to do with marketing, as well as some designing element of it in terms of visual, kind of thing. Anil sir is basically the whole and soul of the operations of the AIC BIMTech operations. So anything that has to do, you can either contact Vedant, because Vedant is going to be the main POC for this entire program. He is going to be your solo POC. We will be there, we will be engaging with you, but then Vedant is going to be there with you daily. So anything that you have to discuss, that first person you can reach out to would be Vedant. But in case if there is any specific issues, you can reach out both to me and both to and Anil sir as well. Abha ma'am would be making appearances, for example, in the meetings, in the meetings, and she's also there. But then for you guys to have an interaction with her, the problem statement or the discussion or the agenda should be very specific. So it will not be a very generic conversation or a generic discussion ki aur kya chal raha hai zindagi mein. We'll not be going down that alley. It will be more in terms of if there is any specific agenda pertaining to your idea or your venture needs to be discussed, then it will be taken forward. And I think the same thing stands true both for me and Anil sir as well. But then if you have any, I would say don't keep questions in your head and don't try to answer themselves. कि हो ही जाएगा जब तक हम नहीं बोलते. For example, at the starting of the session, if you have some questions pertaining to that particular topic, we would ideally would ask you to refrain yourself till the session gets completed, at least from the speaker's end, so that they have covered everything they intended to in the first place, and then open it for the question answers. But then apart from the sessions, if you have any queries randomly, do not wait for a particular time or a duration to come out to us. You can immediately ping it to us. You can either WhatsApp, you can either mail, you can reach out to us whenever you want. And I can go on and on and on, because I know there are a lot of things. We have been through this cohort, you guys have not. So if you guys have any queries, any questions, please shoot.
Hello.
Just one thing I think needs to be added on. This particular session is going to be a little long. We wanted to finish it off by 11, but unfortunately, the person whom we have invited as the speaker for this particular session,
I think sir has joined us.
He got delayed with the minister in his meeting. So he, I think, should have joined by now.
He has joined us, ma'am.
Whether he's there. He has joined us. Okay,
yes,
wonderful.
Sir is here now.
So, okay.
Great.
Hello.
So
we
can give 2-3 minutes for the question, and then we'll have the session by
hello.
Sir. Yeah.
I do have a question. So you talked earlier about the matrix concept that will be handed over goals regularly and will be assessed our performance according to that. So how will be the goals be set regularly? What's the next thing that we have to do? about that.
So, see, the matrix setting is going to be a session in itself. So the idea of that entire session is going to be that what are going to be your individual matrix. Now, the thing is that there will be only a few key differentiators in each of your metrics. So for example, I mean, that depends completely on the business model and the stage where you are at right now. But apart from that, as far as from an organization's perspective, how the growth should be and how the sessions which are being conducted are impacting your or are making a change in your business plan or your journey is something which are be like more keen to know and understand. Because the idea is, in case if you end up being a part of a week long program, you have been through 5 sessions and you still haven't taken any deliverable or any takeaways from it for your venture, then that is something like as a matter of concern for us. So either the program was not good enough, or you are at a stage where you don't need it. So we need to assess that, right? And that matrix is something which we are going to cover. Is it tomorrow or the day after that session, matrix setting?
Day after,
Vedant?
sir.
Day after.
Day after.
Day after.
So that particular day will be entirely devoted to how we are going to go about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Arijit, you were saying something?
Hello. I am talking about the patenting process. Can I get any help about that?
For the
patenting
patenting process, yes. We can provide that support.
That
Yeah.
is there. That is there, Arijit, and the process and other things will be discussed later on. I mean, you can check it out with Vedant how the process goes. Okay. So I think Abhinav, we should now welcome our guest who is here today. So Paneerselvam sir, good morning and welcome to this particular program that we have.
Morning, sir. Welcome to the session.
Sir, you're on mute.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So great to have you here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you,
So,
same to you.
Let me just begin by saying today we have Shri R. Paneerselvam with us. He is the Principal Director of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Technology Development Center in Agra. He has been a mechanical engineer and an alumni of the Government College of Technology from Coimbatore. He was initially posted as the Assistant Director at the MSME Development Institute, Coimbatore, and subsequently promoted as Deputy Director. Later, he was posted to the MSME Development Institute, Agartala and Chennai. With over 27 years of impeccable service with the Central Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, post-retirement, he was invited to continue his position on deputation at the MSME Technology Development Center, Agra. Presently, he has been entrusted with the additional responsibility as Director and the Head of National Business Academy and attached to the Headquarters Office of the Development Commission, Ministry of MSME, Government of India, New Delhi. During his long illustrious tenure of over 27 years with the Ministry of MSME, he was also managing the Center of Improvements in Glass Industry in Firozabad, Uttar Pradesh. So welcome to the session, sir, once again, and please bless us with your few words.
So, sir, before you start,
Thank you very much. Once
I'd
again,
like
good
to add on
morning
a
to
few things. And like I was saying,
Yes.
before you start, there's a few things that I'd like to add on. So Vedant has given the official detailing of sir's work experience, but what he has not been able to tell is that the kind of passion and the kind of enthusiasm that he brings when it comes to the MSME sector. I've known him personally for quite a long time, and I've seen the kind of work that he has done in many places, and the drive that he has had has helped that center grow to a large extent. So thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this and inaugurating this Khoj program that we have. So these people who are here, the 20 people who are here, have been selected from an application base of 160 plus. And most of them have got good ideas. Some of them have started working on their prototypes, but they can definitely do with a lot of inputs. So over to you, sir, and thank you again for being with us on this day.
Thank you once again, and good morning to everyone. So I am very, very sorry that I got delayed a little bit. not little bit, see considerably. I think 1 hour, but you had a very good time. I could see, I was listening to your interactions. It was nice that you had a time to get some of the things. I also listened to some of the things which I can cover during my speech, particularly someone asking about the IPR, so some other assistance, those things, how we can help you out, we can discuss during my speech. So at the outset, I thank the organizers for inviting me for this seminar. Thank you very much. I really very much interested and happy to be part of this initiative. So I visited your college many times, 2-3 times, and I had opportunity to interact with your people and your director and some of the faculties. It's a wonderful opportunity for everyone. I think you are part of this program because the institute is doing very well. So what I like to convey today is see how we can get supported. We can support you in your in your venture or in your aim to become an entrepreneur with a good startup. So definitely the MSME ministry has got a lot of scheme, and I am luckily part of some of these initiatives, and we can definitely help you out in many ways. One is we are part of the schemes called CLCS scheme. That is that covers some very important promotional schemes of the ministry, particularly incubation scheme of MSME ministry and IPR of MSME ministry, IPR schemes. That means we have reimbursement for whatever IP registered. IP means the patent or registration, whatever connected with the IPs. If you do a registrations, then you can get a reimbursement from MSME ministry. That's another scheme. And then we have a design scheme. So we are also part of that. We coordinate with the design scheme also. So like this, there are many schemes which is associated with us. So we can help you, which may be helpful to you. And with this note, I will just give you the brief. Sorry. I'll give you the brief, about all those schemes and how we can help you out. The first of all, they starts with the, startups. Startups, you are all with the new startups, and government nowadays they are very much interested to promote the startups. Though we have, difficult times, the COVID-19 pandemic, but there are plenty of opportunities. No one might have thought that today we can have a meeting like this in June. June's turnover has been increased like anything. That's everything now becoming it's getting involved with the digital platform. So most of the startups, my advice is how you can integrate with the digital platforms. That's the most important things in the innovations nowadays. That's one point I just wanted to make you. So whenever you think, you just think about how you can integrate this into digital form. That's going to be the future. And all the technologies which are available today. See, the people talk about the IoT, talk about the Industry 4.0, talk about AI and VR and AR, virtual, reality and augmented reality, artificial intelligence, big data, all those things, new technologies to be integrated. This is what's most important for any startup today. That's one important point. So that means keep eye on the new technology and then try to integrate this with your new startups. Otherwise, it's very difficult for the existence. Maybe it can start up in India. Most of the new innovations comes late. That means we have a great, a large gap between the developed countries and the, Indian innovations. Something has come 10 years before, has started coming after 10 years in India. Because we don't have a market. Though the innovations we can do it, but we may not find it market. And see, in the market, it takes time to pick up in Indian conditions. So at least we should, now that gap has been reduced because of the supply chain technology, the vast internet, connectivities, anything and the VCs. Now things are becoming very short. See, it is easy to interact with the people, easy to get things done very fast. So keep those technologies in mind and look for such technologies and integrate with your startup. That's the most important point of this. And the second point I like to emphasize is to look for the assistance and support. See, there are plenty of supports available from the government. Particularly, see, MSME ministry is the combined, everything, one stop for all those informations. So recently, we have come out, the ministry has come out with the champion portals. That means champion portal is a portal which supports MSME sector. You can just note down champions, same spelling. You want to put a champion, yes, champions.gov.in. It is a one-stop portal. You can get lot of information. That's one thing. The second thing, see, today, MSME definition has been changed. See, that's also happened during the lockdown period. See, it is part of the many packages. We have come out with the new definitions to accommodate more businesses. Now, as per the latest developments, the latest definitions, more than 90% of the businesses are covered under this. That means, see the quantum of the promotional work that we are anticipating. 95% of the business in India are covered under the MSME Act. That means MSME categories. So the ministry also has become very active now, and has become with the more responsibilities and commitment to serve this 95% of the businesses. Now the micro is not really a micro. You may think that it is micro. Yes, it's a micro. Small businesses are called micro businesses, very small. Even the tea shop owner is called micro business service. See, somebody is selling the fruits, somebody is selling the flowers. They are all called micro enterprises. Maybe with the investment of few thousands, but the same category has got a bigger institutions with the investment less than a crore. Someone is invested in less than a crore, then that industry is also, that enterprise is called, the business is called under, service sector is called under micro enterprise. So that is the vast difference we have now. Say from few thousands or few hundred to the daily business to 1 crore investment. And it also covers the 5 crore turnover. So the turnover is also more. Now the business, the investment also more. So then next, from here to 10 times the investment is a small scale industries. And again, 5 times is the medium industries. That means the businesses with a turnover of around 250 crores comes under MSME sector. Just you can imagine now the number of industries. MSMEs are one of the very vibrant and very important sector for Indian economy. See, almost after these definitions, we expect that more than 50% of the exports going to happen through MSME sector. So it's very important. So government will take all these steps most probably to boost further, and you are likely to have the more concessions, more subsidies, and so. But you have to look for it. That's what I wanted to make. So look for the support services available. The support services are in two different areas. One is financial and another is non-financial. The non-financial is very, very important and equal to the financial sector. Generally, the new startups, we more concentrate on the financial support services than the non-financial support services. Many times, non-finance support services will help you to get closer to the finance supports. And some of the the ideas or support services will help you to improve your businesses in a longer run. For example, see, I was in charge for promoting the MSME sector in Coimbatore. You have, I know, might have understood that I worked in Coimbatore. And see, it was told during my introductions. One gentleman came with the idea of setting up a foundry unit in one place. He has already deposited of money, 50,000 rupees, for purchasing a 10-acre land as an advance and to start a foundry industries at one place. Then he came to me, said, I have done this. So I want your suggestions. Now, what are the? Then I asked him where you are going to purchase and establish this unit. He mentioned a place. That place is not suitable for the foundry industry. And of course, again, that place is not having a subsidy, which is around those days 15%. See, not suitable. Not suitable because there is no water connections and there is no electricity connection, because the foundry is supposed to be the casting steel industry. It's supposed to be an electricity intensive unit. So they need electricity. That's not available directly. And there is no subsidy available. No subsidy, 25%. It is a huge amount, but you invest 1 crore rupees, then 15% subsidy is 15 lakh rupees. It's a big amount. So subsidy was not available, and then electricity was not available, and water is not suitable for the industry. So these are some of the minus points. But only thing was the land was available at cheaper rate. So they are business people, they think that okay, cheap lands are available, I will start this industry here. And I told you, this is what the difficulties you will find. And if you go to the other places where the subsidy is there, in the same district, just a neighboring districts again. So they can get all those things. So then the next day he came to me and said, sir, I am cancelling that project there. And I am going for the subsidy place. And we are going to fix today. So see the non-financial support, how it helps you. So look for financial and non-financial supports available. Financial, of course, there are plenty of financial support services available from the government. Each and every ministry has got some financial support. Suppose you are doing something innovative in the food ministry has got some subsidies, some financial supports. So like this, each and every ministry has got one or other schemes. You have to look for where you can match, where your project fit into, so that you can get a financial support service. That's the most important thing. See, then what are the other supports available from the government? There are schemes to promote startups. Startups generally, it's very, very important for nowadays. And our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, is after this year's made a lot of announcements. You have to make self-reliance, self-supportive, and also we should use our own product, manufacture in India, and then export. So that is the slogan nowadays. So make our own product, don't use others' product, and also export to other countries. This is the focus area now. So look for the products are services which can go within India. India is a huge market because of the populations. Our uh, per capita income is increasing. So our purchase powers are increasing. So look for the ideas and where we can use our own products, can be used within the country, and then export. Our export to the countries where it is required. And when you export, you should be a latest one in technology wise or the price wise, the quality wise, everything should be a latest one. Because there are many countries, particularly the African countries, where things are happening late. Everything started late. They never saw the telephone of our olden days, which used to be the dialed one and landline telephone. They directly jumped to, because it was underdeveloped countries. When the development came, so they gone to the latest things. Latest thing is and the smartphones. They never saw the old pagers or maybe our landline phones. So they have gone to smartphones. So like this, look for the items which is very latest, match with the technology available so that it can continue for some more days. And someone was asking about the IPR. See, IPR is very, very important. So please kindly look into the those aspects, how you can protect your intellectual property rights. What are the support services? It is extra money, of course. Extra money you are going to incur that may involve costs. Maybe it may bring down your profit margin, but how to compensate those? So for that, there are the different schemes are available. Whatever the expenditure that you make, you can get it reimbursed from MSME ministry. Not only MSME ministry, there are other ministries which are connected with your product or your service, can help you out in this aspect. So look for those supports. And again, the third one, what I like to convey is MSME ministry has got 18 tool rooms. That's the old tool rooms. Tool rooms are established to promote innovations. Use indirectly it involves. That means you want to manufacture something in mass production, you require some molds and dies. That's very, very important. So to support those activities, you cannot invest as a startup. You may not invest. So you got a good toys to manufacture, some idea, good idea. But the toys, it involves plastic, it involves maybe a sheet metal component, it involves a PCPs. So to have this type of components in the mass production, you need need the support of tools and dies. How to get those support here? Whether you will be able to invest on those, not required. The support services are available outside. See, you want to manufacture a plastic component, then you can take the help of a plastic die. You need not invest a tool room to manufacture a plastic. No, molds. So these tool rooms are established to support innovations. Almost all tool rooms are small, at least a small level of 3D printer. They may not have a 3D printer and 3D scanner of the bigger size, but they have certain equipments which can support you in prototype manufacturing. So this is my offer also to you. So kindly make use of the support services available. This is what I said, non-finance support services. See, the tool rooms, 18 tool rooms are already there with the full swing. They have all the manufacturing facilities. Agra also we have some facilities. You can have a casting, you can have injection molding parts, you can have a machining parts, you can have some of the I know the circuit boards that you can make, or welding, fabrications, everything we have. So we can support you in bringing out your prototypes. So kindly remember, when you want to go for a prototype, please come to MSME Technology Centers. We will support you. This is another very important points I want to make. Not only this, government has understood that this we have to upscale. This 18 was not at all sufficient. We have not done enough justifications. That's the reason we are not able to come out with a lot of startups, and Chinese products are more in our country. Because the people think that it is easy just to import and then invent and manufacture, mold, and go for so many things and then come out with their final products. But Chinese, they can supply you without any problem. So to avoid that, now government is going to come out with another 100 mini tool rooms and 20 big tool rooms, which are now existing. So all put together in a country, you're likely to have within a short period, maybe 1 or 2 years, see 153 tool rooms, which can support startups. Startups definitely may require some prototypes or some service. Even in their service, you have to test it. Even a software, digital platform, you can use your facility to test it. See, you put your service in our, you have developed some apps. Take a help of our institutions, test it, whether it works or not. So these are possible with the technology center. This is my offer to you. Kindly take use of our services. Some of the testing technology center may not have a sophisticated like 3D printing, which I was mentioning. So we do not have we have a very small 3D printer, but we definitely have the information who got a bigger 3D printer or the 3D printer which can help you to bring out a prototype. See, for example, we have a Dayalbagh institutions in Agra. They have a bigger 3D printer and 3D scanner. So there are IITs, they have a lot of facilities. IIT Chennai has got a 3D club, 3D printing clubs. See, they usually, generally in the IITs, they have, in the olden days, used to have the Xerox machines, different type of a Xerox machine. So students can go and take a Xerox or a printout or whatever they want to do it. Those similar arrangements are now happening with the 3D printer. That is the trend. The Xerox machines are replaced by the 3D printers. You can go and get it printed, anything that you want. So these type of support services are available to promote the startups. So kindly take note of this. So I have talked about the financial support services and non-financial support services, and again the non-financial support services which is available for bringing out the prototypes or a design. And again, one more thing in this line is we are planning to have a lot of design courses. So one we have already started for our own staff, and then subsequently we are going to come out with the other institutions, maybe to the public also. So look for our activities. Now online is very handy. We were very much allergic to online and few months back, but now online is only the solutions. So we are coming out with a lot of online courses. Online courses, see, we are very conversant with that now. See, it is only the things that lacks is, see, we are not together. We are away, but we are able to meet together in the digital platform. And you can interact with me, interact with the faculty, and the faculty can interact with you. Unless it is togetherness, see, it is the same. Or most probably we are, wherever we are, whatever we do, we are able to, get into the digital media. That is the trend that now is going on. We have to make use of those things. See, in a difficult time, always the difficulties gives an opportunities. The many difficulties only has brought up. Most probably your startup ideas also part of that. See, if you have any difficulties, then there is opportunity. You should not weep at the difficulties. If you weep at the difficulties, then you can't. You should be happy that I have an idea. I know the difficulties can be converted into an opportunity. So the same thing happening now. There are lot of things are happening in the digital platform, and all the ministry and governments are supporting all the events. A lot of financial concessions are available now because of the COVID-19. So we should make use of those things. And particularly for innovations, I don't know how many of you are aware of this. We have schemes called innovations. I'll just give you some inputs on the financial supports that we give. See, suppose you have a very good product idea or a process idea which is not available, which is not there, existed, then definitely you can apply for our incubation support services grant. That means when your product is approved by our committee, definitely you can get your grant, not the loan, grant of 15 lakh rupees per idea or a process idea, product or process idea. If your product is very good, that means it is not existing in new and innovative, then you are eligible to apply for this. Once it is accepted, see, always we also know that all the innovative ideas are not successful. The success rate of the innovations are, very, very, very less. Maybe around 20% is very great. You cannot, when you come to the commercial stage, only few have survived. There are many. So why I tell this is, we have a very liberal thinking, liberal handling of these games. So if the one or other way, if it looks like innovative, then you are likely to get the grant of 15 lakhs. With the 15 lakhs, you can use this for bringing out your innovative product, prototypes, and then commercialization also possible. So once your idea is accepted, 15,000 you have a grant, you got it, and you have successfully developed your prototypes, then you want to go for your business, bring it in the market, then there is a seed capital subsidies available up to 1 crore rupees. 15 lakhs, then 1 crore. So recently, last week, we had a lot of series of meeting every day to scrutiny the ideas. We had around 3,000, more than 3,000 ideas, then shortlisted to around 700. From 700, we have less fund. So we decided to, our ministry was decided to go for only the government ideas. See, suppose you have some good idea, you should always try to go with the government institutions. See, like IITI, and then the institutions or the government departments. Suppose the MSME Technology Center, we can also sponsor the ideas. So the first place you should approach is the government, then institutions, and then and then the private. Okay. So when you go through the government, then your support services are very easy because the government feels always that when you route through the money, government to government, then there is a commitment and accountability for that. See, the government department cannot handle, they have a rules and regulations, they cannot handle the money as they like. So go through the government, all these government supports, grants, you just try to apply through some of the government agencies, then you definitely get it. Or your institutions. Even BIMTech also you can, I think they are approved host institutions, you can send them. They can also sponsor the project. I don't know this time, I don't know how many of the projects they have sponsored and how many got approved. Last week meeting. But there is a scope. It is a continuous process. You can start applying. It is an online portal. You can start giving your startup ideas. Maybe you can get it approved after the month, and we may have one more meeting, then you can get approved. So this is one very attractive scheme for financial support. Once your financial ideas are approved and you got a sanctions, then the sanction comes in two installments. One is 1/3 and another is, that means 30% and 70%. You spend 70%, 30%, 80% of 30%. Once you accepted, your 30% is there, and out of that 80% you spend, then you can claim the 70% without any questions. So that is attractive another thing. See, within 30% you cannot show any success in that. You will have only the preliminary things you can do, but maybe a technology transfer, or you have some testing or material purchase, or some consultancy work, or some fabrications work. Only that you can do it. So then the 70% of the grant you get it subsequently. This is one of the very attractive schemes. Another scheme we have is Technology Business Incubation Center. It's like your Science and Technology Incubation Center. See, Ministry, MSME Ministry also supports for that with the financial grant up to 1 crore rupees. It is a total 2 crores, but for a private organizations, the 50% of the grant has to be brought in by them. But a government, we have 100%, because the government, they don't have expert. We cannot bring a 50%. No, government cannot bring a 50%. So they give 100%. So recently, technology centers have been given and technology centers, particularly for livelihood technology center. There is a scheme called ASPIRE. Kindly note down, ASPIRE scheme. ASPIRE. Even those who are from BIMTech also can note down. You can apply for the ASPIRE Technology Center, under which you can get a financial support grant up to 1 crore. The idea is livelihood business incubations, promoting the livelihood of the locals. So ultimately, they can they can get more income. Their life can be better off. That's the idea. So recently, we got some 3 technology center. Agra has got 3 livelihood projects. One at Rajasthan, another one in Kerala, and one in Kashmir. So 3 business. We are likely to get some more in some other areas also. So there are many livelihood projects are available. And you also have incubation center, BIMTech incubation center. Through them, only you are able to get together, and then you started this startups, and you are going to have this training program. Most probably this will be a very, very good initiative, and you will have a wonderful time. And what I want to finally is, before conclude, convey the message is, we as a technology center is with you for any support. If you want a financial or a fabrications or prototype or a design, anything you want, please kindly get in with us, because we have started our own technology incubation centers. Through that, we can help you. Any type of a center. So with this, I take this opportunity to wish you all very very success in your venture, and we are with you. And again, thanks for the BIMTech for giving me these opportunities, and kindly give all the project ideas to us, so that I can ask my people to give the details how we can support each project. So with this, once again, I wish you all the best, and thank BIMTech. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you very much, sir. I mean, it's been really nice listening to you talking about the different schemes. Although we knew about quite a few of them, but I'm glad that you shared it with our incubatees also, because they need to understand that if you have good ideas and you know the process through which to make it into a successful business venture, then the government has got a lot of support schemes. So
Yeah,
thank you for
that's
sharing with us.
yes,
Yes,
yes. If someone has got a question, also they can ask me. Yeah.
absolutely. So the floor is open for questions. You can go ahead. So, sir has mentioned quite a few schemes, and for some of them you are eligible, and we'll be helping you through the process if we feel that your ideas are will be able to get into that particular kind of category, because there are different categories for different types of ideas
Then,
which are there.
then there is an open announcement also from my side. If someone has got a toys is another area now. You might have listened to our honorable Prime Minister's latest announcement. He wanted to promote toys. So whatever the Prime Minister says, that we have to act. So we are now we have been asked to do something on toys. If any project linked with the toys, kindly come to us. We will support all you. Anyone has got a toys? No. Okay. See, if someone is having a toys, linked with the toys, some projects, startups, so kindly come to us and we will support you A to Z. A to Z. That's the government now trying to do something. The old and also new, conventional also. So Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister was very particular in promoting a conventional and also the latest. Okay, thank you. Now, anyone has got a questions, you can ask. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joshua.
Yes.
So my startup, the Hobby Tribe, it's a hobby tech company, and since the government has come up with a new policy for education, where they don't want it to go through the normal education mode, they wanted to have the children to explore different itineraries in education itself. And hobby learning is something very important in children's personalities, in building their personality. So to grow that, we're trying to get into schools as well. Do you think that's a viable approach to go to do that in terms of getting it into schools?
No, I am not getting very clearly what you expect from me.
No, I'm saying since you're talking about the government,
Yes.
you know about the new education policy, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, so the new education policy doesn't want to go um, as per the old education system. Now they want to change it in terms of credits and engage children in different kinds of extracurricular activity as well. So do you have any idea of when this is going to be implemented?
Acha. Yeah, it started already. Its announcement has come. Now they're working. Maybe the next, academic year you may have it.
And sir, how
It
early
started.
they're going to adapt to the change, sir?
No, it started. No, it has become a law now.
Okay.
No, next academic year it will be there.
Okay, sir.
Most probably. And there are see, we are in the democratic country. There will be something new. Some opposition also will be there.
Right.
And let us wait and see how it turns. See, today I was listening to a news in Tamil Nadu. They don't want. So like this, it's a democratic country. Always, plus minus is going to be there. But let's see what happens. But it is already there announced. Now I think the ministry is inviting for. Though I am not directly connected with the ministry, that ministry, HR. I know. See, like you, I also listen the news, and the government is inviting suggestions from the teachers and the stakeholders to modify or to bring some changes, and most probably it will be done. They're very strong in bringing. That's why they brought it. It is a good any new things happening. Maybe here and there, whenever new things comes, one or the two minus or plus points may be there. So minus points they will they analyze and try to bring some modifications.
So, Joshua, if I may add on to what Sir has said, see, the NEP has been mooted by the central government, but the implementation is going to be done by the state governments. And
Okay.
each of the state governments have their own processes.
Okay.
So, the idea is that you first check where you have been doing your work and see where you can show the traction to the state governments
Right.
and then apply for it. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Got
there's
it.
a process to it.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, acha. Yes, it's connected with your project, no? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So, sir, what?
That's why Madam correctly said it is the
Right.
right approach.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Joshua will talk about that later and we'll let you know how to go about it. Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So, any other questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sure,
Uh,
Harsh.
Good morning, sir.
Reporting
So, as you are
fast.
from MSME industry, and I also like our startup is also based on an MSME industry that we target, and which is trade shows. So, I just wanted to ask you that when is the trade show industry going to open, and is there anything that the government is doing so that we can start early and we can like get it running?
Yeah, trade source now, I don't know. See, nowadays they have started in the digital platform also.
Yes, yes, sir. So we have.
EPC. If you have any idea doing that, please come to us. We will also discuss and we will start doing it. We will try
So
one
basically, our idea is not exactly to take trade shows on the virtual platform. It is to make them contactless. So what we are focusing is that the pamphlets and brochures. So we are trying to digitalize them so that the trade shows become more safe for the audience, and like basically and the thing about trade shows is that you connect with people there physically. So which is why we are not focusing on virtual or something like that. We are just trying to make them more easy, and so which is why.
Very good, very good. We'll definitely will just I request the BIMTech to share all these ideas. So wherever possible, we can take the support. And one more, this one, the offer from my side is, if someone is having an idea and are doing a virtual and no trade fairs, please kindly contact us. And we have been trying to do it. We will try. We will try.
Okay, sir.
Because EPC, Export Promotion Council, Export Engineering Promotion Council has already doing, and many export promotion councils have started doing the virtual trade fairs. We want to do it because we do not have any idea on that. Maybe you can give us some inputs, then we can also try. And I think one more, Bindu Chaudhary also trade fair. Or you are both are from same organization?
Yes, sir.
Who, sir?
Two are the co-founders and doctors.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So can I see how many people are there now in the group? It is 30. So if time permits, maybe, I don't know, madam, you can just, we can have just quick introduction so that I will have an idea that maybe I can also give the inputs to our people approach you.
Yeah, sure. Or what we can do is that we can send you the details of our incubators who are there, who have the various ideas, and you can have a quick look at it. And whichever idea strikes your, that you think are interested in, we can have a more closer interaction with them.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Okay. Then anything else?
Sir, this is Anil. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the session.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for your valuable time, sir. In fact, lots of inputs for us as well, being as an incubation center. So we're going to be being in the touch with you all and your team as well for more schemes which we can implement for our startups. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you.
Sir, Anil has joined us as Senior Incubation Manager at the Atal Incubation Center. So you've already been interacting with Sunil. So Anil has also joined us.
Very good, very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's my pleasure to
Thank
be
you very much.
part of this. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Right. So, sir, thank you so much for your time again. I mean, it's been a pleasure listening to you and knowing all the schemes. And I guess quite a few of our incubators have also understood that there's a plethora of schemes which the government has. All that you need to do is understand where and when you need to strike to get the pot of gold. So thank you again, sir, and it's been a pleasure having you here. And we'll definitely be reaching out to you for our incubatees as well as for the center. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I just request everyone to turn on their cameras. We take a screenshot at the end of every session.
So it's going to be a virtual group photograph.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Very nice of you. Kindly share it with me.
Definitely.
Sunilji,
No, sir. Sure,
yes.
sir.
So Harshad
Wow.
and Abhinav are the ones who have not switched on their cameras. Abhinav,
And kindly also share with me the list of
Yes, sir.
ideas that you have.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
definitely.
Will do, sir.
Is it done?
Yes, ma'am. Just take 1 second.
A smile, please, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I guess we are now closing the session, Vedant.
Yes, ma'am.
So ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow for the next session. Right? Be bright and early.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.